What happens when the most expensive aviation-grade offense in baseball history gets systematically picked apart by an underdog utilizing pure tactical precision? On July 10, 2026, the Los Angeles Dodgers thought they had the perfect flight plan. Instead, they suffered a devastating 9-3 crash on their own tarmac. Heading into the specific mid-July series opener, the Los Angeles Dodgers were flying at maximum altitude. Boasting an intimidating 61-34 record, they looked entirely unbeatable at home. Meanwhile, the Arizona Diamondbacks arrived at Dodger Stadium like an underdog fighter squad with everything to prove, sitting right at the .500 mark with 47 wins and 47 losses. But baseball, much like high-stakes aerial combat, isn't played on paper. It's won in the microscopic details. For months, the Dodgers had been dominating their division, leaving teams trailing in their wake like a jet stream. They expected a standard victory. They expected Arizona to surrender under the immense gravity of their star-studded multi-million-dollar lineup. Little did they know, their tactical radar was completely blind to the storm gathering in the opposite dugout. The entire baseball world arrived at the stadium expecting a definitive masterclass on the mound. The legendary, two-way superstar Shohei Ohtani was scheduled to start as the starting pitcher. It was supposed to be a showcase of peak athletic performance. But just before the gates opened, a shockwave hit the press box. Ohtani was scratched from his scheduled pitching start. The diagnosis? Severe left knee inflammation that had been secretly plaguing the phenom for over a month. Doctors revealed he would need his knee drained, forcing him out of the upcoming All-Star game in Philadelphia. While Ohtani would still bravely step up to the plate as the designated hitter, his absence on the mound meant the Dodgers' flight plan was instantly compromised. They were forced into a chaotic, unscripted bullpen game. For an elite squad, this was the equivalent of losing your primary engine right at takeoff. The Diamondbacks smelled blood in the water instantly. In the top of the first inning, Gabriel Moreno slapped a sharp single to right field. What should have been a routine play turned into an absolute defensive disaster for Los Angeles. An aggressive base-running maneuver by Ketel Marte forced a desperate throwing error by right fielder Kyle Tucker. The ball rattled away, allowing Marte to cross the plate and Corbin Carroll to slip home right behind him. 2-0, Arizona. The underdogs had struck first, exploiting a crack in the Dodgers' armor. But you can never count out a squadron with this much firepower. In the bottom of the first, Shohei Ohtani stepped up to avenge his injury. On just the third pitch he saw from Arizona starter Eduardo Rodríguez, Ohtani unleashed a ferocious 381-foot leadoff home run to left center. It was a statement, a tactical counterstrike. And before the crowd could even finish cheering, rookie sensation Andy Pages followed suit, crushing a breathtaking 419-foot solo blast to the exact same sector. Back-to-back home runs. Just like that, Los Angeles leveled the score at 2-2. It felt like the heavyweights were going to trade blows all night long in an unforgettable cinematic shootout. With the game locked at a tense 2-2 stalemate in the fourth inning, the Dodgers relied heavily on their bullpen to stabilize the ship. They expected to coast through the bottom half of Arizona's batting order. They didn't account for Tim Tawa. Entering the game with one of the most statistically challenging periods of his career, Tawa was completely overlooked by the Los Angeles scouting report. With superstar third baseman Nolan Arenado sitting safely on base after a walk, Tawa locked eyes with the Dodgers reliever. He didn't just hit the ball, he absolutely obliterated it. A towering two-run home run that traveled deep into the California night. The Diamondbacks reclaimed a 4-2 lead. It was a stunning high-retention turning point that completely silenced the stadium. The underdog wasn't just surviving, they were actively dictating the terms of engagement. Giving up back-to-back home runs in the very first inning to Ohtani and Pages would have mentally broken an ordinary pitcher. But Eduardo Rodríguez is no ordinary pilot. He didn't panic. He didn't alter his primary objective. He adjusted his mathematical approach and initiated total lockdown protocols. Rodríguez went on to throw 6 incredibly solid innings, completely neutralizing the most dangerous hitting core in Major League Baseball. After that turbulent first inning, he refused to allow a single run to cross the plate. He scattered 7 hits, issued only 1 walk, and racked up 5 crucial strikeouts. By utilizing a masterful mix of breaking balls and precision fastballs, He left elite hitters like Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts completely grounded. Rodríguez earned a well-deserved victory, improving his season record to an impressive 8-3. What followed in the 5th, 6th, and 8th innings will go down as one of the worst tactical collapses in recent Dodger history. This wasn't just a case of Arizona out-hitting their opponents, it was Los Angeles completely defeating themselves. The stat sheet reads like a total system failure. 3 critical fielding errors, 2 costly wild pitches, a devastating balk, and 5 costly walks handed out by a completely unraveled bullpen. Gabriel Moreno capitalized with a gritty RBI groundout. Corbin Carroll scored in spectacular fashion on a wild pitch by Edgardo Enriquez. Then, the unstoppable Tim Tawa stepped up yet again, delivering 2 separate RBI singles in the later innings to finish the night with a staggering 4 runs batted in. The Diamondbacks completely blew the game wide open, building a commanding, insurmountable 9-2 lead. The $300 million roster looked completely lost at sea. In the bottom of the 9th, the Dodgers attempted one final desperate rally. Veteran infielder Miguel Rojas managed to drive a sharp double into left field, scoring Tommy Edman to bring the score to 9-3. But it was far too little, far too late. Arizona's closer Dre Jameson stepped onto the mound to seal the deal. With a blazing fastball, he forced a weak, broken bat grounder right to second base. The throw to first was true. Ball game over. Against all structural odds, the Arizona Diamondbacks secured their very first blowout win at Dodger Stadium this season after 3 consecutive failures on this specific turf. For the Dodgers, it was a harsh reality check.